This is day 41 disaster relief, bringing you an update on June 30th, 2025. It's been a little while since we posted online, but we have been busy over the last month. Cody has scrapped his truck and he received another one. A construction company at our church has donated one to him for it's his personal truck, as was the other truck that he uses for the ministry of bringing things down to disaster affected areas. But they gave him a very decent used vehicle from their company that he'll be able to use. So we'll have that truck featured in future videos, I'm sure, as we get back on the road when that time comes. We also received a camper from another family that donated it to us, and we're thankful for their generosity. We have long-term plans to kind of get that, to do a little bit of fine tuning on it and get it down to Colton's, where we're hoping to park it and set it up for either volunteer housing, temporary, as people go down there to help work with CRY, or possibly if there's a family that's displaced and in need of a home, that could be temporary housing for that. So multiple purposes, as the Lord wills it. So we have a couple of prospects that we're working on with that. I wanted to get online today, though, to talk about what's currently going on in Western North Carolina. Helene knocked out a lot of things long term, so we tried to keep everybody up to date on what's going on down there, because there's a long-term relief effort going on. And if those of you that have been with us, seen what was going on over the winter, propane was important, heat was important. Now it's hot outside, as everybody knows. We're headed into July and we have excessive heat, and air conditioning is important for people that have been displaced to living in sheds or tiny homes or campers. So I shared a video on our page that Bud McCall with Appalachian Navy posted, shared his video in his Amazon registry. He has a lot of things that are kind of, I wouldn't say maybe a life-saving need per se, but definitely a critical need still at this time of the year. People that are running through generators, using those because they don't have electric hooked up to their temporary housing that's not quite so temporary. They need generators, they need air conditioning. So a lot of people have blown through those things. He shared a registry list where if you log into Amazon and you buy any of the items on that list, they'll go to his house where he's collecting them, and then he has a truck and a trailer, and he's making regular trips up into the mountains from where he lives in Flat Rock, North Carolina. So he's pretty close, within an hour or two of most of the places that you've seen us go to, as well as some other places. He's there on a regular basis. He knows what the needs are. He stays up to date with residents that live there, as well as relief centers that are operating out of those areas. So in the meantime, we're not able to go down there right now, but we're able to send help still. So we wanted to share that. And some of those items on there are kind of pricey. If you look at it, not everybody has $300 to spare for a window AC unit. But what we're going to try to do is just put it out there that if you send, we have a Zeffy link for day 41. And if you're on there, you're looking at that registry, and if you want to buy something, have it go straight to Bud, of course, that will bless whoever is down there. But if there's something maybe more expensive that you would like to contribute to, but you don't have the full amount, even if it's just $20, if it goes to us, we have a form where if you donate money through Zeffy, which is a service for nonprofits to send money and funds to nonprofits, you can put your address in for tax statements as an option. But the second question that it gives you is, do you want this to go toward a specific need? So there's a place to enter that. So if you were to send just a little bit of money, again, if it was like $20, we have about 500 followers on his Facebook page. If each of them gave $3, that would be $1,500, and that would buy 5 $300 window AC units. That would help out 5 families. So you don't have, all I was trying to say by that is that you don't actually have to give that much. If everybody gives a little, it'll add up to a lot. So even if you just got on there and gave like $10, which hardly seems like it'd be worth the effort to fill out the form and donate. But even something small like that, if a lot of people just gave a little, God could use that. God could bless it, just like, you know, Jesus blessed the few loaves of bread and the few fish that the disciples had and fed thousands. You know, a lot can happen from a little if everybody just gives a little. So if you feel led, if you want to check that out, if you would like to say, I just don't have enough money to buy a whole thing, you know, just send something small. We'll collect it, and we'll keep everybody posted too as to what we've raised, so that we can kind of let you know where we're at. But we'd like to try to send some AC units out to some of those families in that area as we're gearing up to make a return trip, kind of in the time in between. So if you feel led to do that, you know, please be following and checking for updates. And we hope to hear from some of you if you feel led. You know, so just prayerfully consider that, and we'll continue to post updates as they come. And we thank you all for watching. God bless.